First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, two NFC clubs going head-to-head as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Detroit Lions. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Dak going to start out going to the air. Left side to Lamb. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And Pollard going to pick up a Cowboys first down as he'll get this up to the 45-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
We're scoreless after 1. Prescott looks to throw on first. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage. Prescott. Open man, Lamb. It's complete. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. And again, it's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage was so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Prescott to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Looking to throw, Prescott. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end could be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
Goff on 1st down. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd down. Goff now to throw. Able to find Jones.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
What can they draw up now? Time to find out on a 3rd and 8. Now Goff. Going underneath. Gibbs has it. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Here's 1st down. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 8, and defensively they'll say you can have that. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Meanwhile, Goff's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Well, 3 and out to start the game would have been a real disappointment, so this is a nice job of finding something you think will work and executing it. And they're able to keep this opening drive going.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. They'll go again with Gibbs. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. One overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that 2nd overtime in just a moment. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. 3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 5. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. So the OT clock hit 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Gone. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And the kick is good. And finally, this one is over. We thought it may never end, but that kick puts the exclamation mark on it. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone, because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
Complete. Pollard. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
And every time you step on a field, coaches are always going to talk about how important tackling is in a ball game. In this one, especially so. You can't allow these guys to break free and get extra yards after contact, but that's exactly what happens here. That can't continue as this game goes on.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Dak. That is caught by Lamb. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. And the timeout coming in here with just 7 seconds remaining in the extra session. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially get out of here with a tie. And he got it. It's good. They answer with a field goal of their own to send this game into sudden death. Well, this one certainly has not lacked for intrigue. Hey, let's keep playing. What do you say?
Fine by me. I'm loving what we're seeing here. This is a heck of a game. And now, guess what? A kicker may decide it again, and the next one that does it wins it.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles, because my palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the 3rd drive of overtime. And as we know from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one for myself, but let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them become the hero and end this thing?
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll wind up getting about 8, but the clock will run. Also, don't forget, it's now 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Goff now to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner, and that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
Here comes the Lions punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken at the 15. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Prescott, and last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Prescott. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this one is incomplete. So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Prescott. That's complete to Lamb. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Dak. Now he's flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Pollard again. Gets past 1 man. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now a timeout called for by the offense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. This to win it in overtime. And the kick is good. And finally, this one is over. We thought it may never end. one, but that kick puts the exclamation mark on it. Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game, but hey, they got enough points to get the job done, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win, and in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.